I was in the middle of building a porch swing for my dog when I looked up, and there he was, some dude on my land, chainsaw clutched in his hand, waving like old fishing buddies. Behind him, an excavator was chomping into the edge of my vegetable garden. I rubbed my eyes hard, half thinking I was dreaming, until I spotted her. Loretta Grayson. There she was on my property, smirking as always, wearing pearls, heels, and a velour tracksuit, clipboard raised like she was conducting an inspection of Buckingham Palace. I was still holding a wrench in my hand when I marched over and bellowed, "What the hell's going on?" She smiled at me like a child asking why the sky's blue. "Oh, didn't you know? I just sold off this piece of your property to my nephew. Move your fence by Monday." I was left standing there with my mouth open, wondering if I was starring in a secret camera HOA reality show. But the look in her eyes? Not funny. This wasn't an accident. This was war. Only an hour earlier, I'd spent a quiet morning on my 5-acre patch of Willow Bend Valley farm. Retirement had been kind to me. Sunrises painting the paddocks, garden tomatoes fresh off the vine. The kind of tranquility city sophisticates fantasize about in holiday brochures. My dog Buster had claimed the porch like an old monk, so I figured he must have earned a swing of his own. That was my weekend task. I just finished driving the frame with nails when engines roared and yelling broke the tranquility. I looked up to see trucks in my yard, a concrete mixer rumbling, and someone laying out blueprints on the hood of a truck. I questioned one of the men. "What is this?" "Preparation for the foundation," he shrugged. "Boss says this is his land." "You've got the wrong address." "Nope. Travis Grayson owns this piece of ground." Then Loretta swanned over, hand to chest. "Luke, I'm sure it's just a mix-up. This bit was part of our family homestead, Grandpa's land. It got lost due to some paperwork mess in the 80s. I've been working for months to fix it for Travis. Filed everything last week. It's all legit." I requested peacefully for papers. Deed, sale receipts, anything on paper. She pulled out a slender folder, squiggles, hand-drawn map with arrows pointing at my barn, and the scrawled words "belongs to us" in the corners. "This is trash," I told her. "I've got the deed, title, tax receipts, all in order." Her smile grew bigger. "Call the county, but don't delay. We've got crews lined up." Buster came shuffling up, low growling. Loretta leaped and screamed, "Travis!" Her nephew waddled over, clad in camo shorts and a 3-size-too-small tank top. "Birder," he grinned. "Neighbors should party." I stormed back to my house, my head spinning. I took out my deed from the filing cabinet. Immaculate. No easements. Sale date of 2015. Verified by Marge, the town clerk, since the rotary phone days were cool. I called her. "Loretta says she sold half of my land to her nephew. Filed last week." Long silence then. "Loretta Grayson again?" "Lord have mercy. Bring your deed, Luke. Let's see what she's up to." I drove into town, angry but focused. I knew Loretta's game. Just legal enough to stall you. Just dishonest enough to make you wonder. At the clerk's office, Marge sorted through my documents, pulled out Loretta's, and whistled. She filed a boundary correction with a backdated 1983 plat. "But it doesn't even cross your property. It's on a family trust, Witty, but no papers. Just her, in a drawing. And yep, she sold it to Travis. That's how he acquired the temporary permit. It's tenuous. But if you've clean evidence, we can torpedo it." I spoke to Sheriff Hank Dawson, witness to Loretta's goose leash crisis. "She's building on my land with bogus papers," I told him. "I'm en route," he said. I got home and the pandemonium had redoubled. More workers. One was hacking at my fence. Loretta waved from a lawn chair. "Just jazzing things up, Luke." Hank turned up, spilled out onto the porch, hand resting on his belt. "What's what?" Loretta dove into her narrative. Family rights, miscommunication on the part of bureaucracy. Travis interrupting, "We'll sue you if you cut us off." I showed Hank my deed. He shook his head at her drawing. "Stop everything. Luke, bring the deed tomorrow. Loretta, this looks like trespassing unless otherwise determined." She frowned. I smiled. Buster wagged. This was not a postponement. This was the end. The following morning, coffee cup in hand, I saw Travis's truck still in place, and now he had a grill on top of a ramshackle deck. defiance. I drove to zoning, just holding it together. The office reeked of stale coffee. Earl, the clerk, glared at my tail. She filed a correction. He received a provisional permit, he told me. But with evidence, we can flag it. I gave him everything. Deed, survey, cam footage. Earl nodded. This will expedite it. At Marge's, she raised an eyebrow. Loretta fabricated a signature off a surveyor who's been dead for 10 years. His son just filed a complaint. That's criminal if taken up. Take it up, I told him. Later that afternoon, I phoned Walt Decker, a retired land attorney and bourbon connoisseur. The man once preserved a playground from being converted into a parking lot. He came armed with his thermos of strategy juice, looked Travis's operation over, and guffawed. She's got nothing. Classic con, file an injunction, hit zoning with a cease and desist for fraud, and go public. I nodded. Loretta was counting on me to remain silent. Exposing her would be the end of this. That evening she appeared. You're overreacting, Luke. We could have handled this civilly. You forged documents, I said, presenting her with the injunction. This has always been my land. She bristled. I'm respected. On 2 committees. Ask Hank how much respect is worth in a trespassing case, I said, closing the door. Hank called next day. Loretta brought her evidence to my office. She sat smugly, Travis chomping gum next to her. I placed my deed on the table. Hank didn't even look at her packet. Seesaw work. Travis, 72 hours to vacate or face charges. Loretta stared. I walked out smiling, but they didn't let up. At dawn, Travis had constructed more deck, installed the grill, and, God save us all, a flamingo. Loretta had erected an orange plastic fence and a Grayson Estate sign. I phoned Walt. It's a barbecue now. He chuckled. Time to roast 'em. I installed trail cams along the tree line and captured their teeny land blessing celebration. 17 visitors, string lights, Loretta toasting on the patio, children squashing my tomatoes. Buster barked like a man. That video. Gold. Walt and I took it all. Docs, snippets, soil reports, direct to zoning. Earl winced. Their permits are complete. Stop work order today. By day's end, Inspector Ned tagged the entire site. Travis was furious. I've spent thousands. Ned didn't bat an eye. Unpermitted, unowned. Fines if you keep pushing. That evening, Loretta attempted sweet-talking. Family's complicated. Let's settle. Too late, I said, closing the door once more. At midnight, Travis snuck back. Lumber, lights, tools. Buster blew his top. Travis fell. Bedlam. Cam recorded it all. I posted it. Illegal night build. Thank you, Buster. It went viral. Neighbors applauded. Give that dog a medal. Ned came back. Saw the clips. Demolition orders in. Loretta shrieked regarding vendettas. I drank my tea. Court day. Walt aced it. Loretta wept. Travis complained. Judge Clara Vance decided. Bogus claim. Luke holds it. Buildings razed. Damages awarded. They slunk away. $1,250 in fees. Travis departed. Loretta's heritage site disappeared. She sold her home. Ran off to Florida, rumor has it. I rebuilt. Swing tighter, fence taller, tomatoes blooming. Installed a trespassers will be filmed sign. Buster snored next to me. Piece 1. Loretta? Only a dying echo.